What's good, brethren? Yes, man. You know, I've been thinking about the two things. It's kind of the same thing. One was this philosophy that a lot of women have out here nowadays called the soft girl era. The soft girl era, where essentially these women are trying. Y'all probably heard about it, but it's like, in my opinion, a chameleon adjustment. You know what I mean? Women acting as though they feminine. Then the other thing, which is I've been seeing some videos with these chicks making videos talking about they hate, feminism did us wrong. You know what I mean? Let's women, what do you say? WAF, women against feminism, whatever. I mean, that's cool. I was just talking to one of my sons about it. I said, man, that's cool. I mean, I said, because they see the fall of America happening. They see a lot of brothers going overseas, passport bros, and not dealing with, local women and stuff like that. So they like, okay, we tried the passport sis thing. Dang, that ain't work. Okay, we tried shaming them. That ain't really working. So now, instead of saying, brothers, we repent and we change our ways, please accept us as we are. Instead of saying that, they just, flip to the chameleon soft girl era thing, which is the same thing. Women against feminism. It's kind of like the soft girl era. In my opinion, women, you only got two type of women primarily, man. Ain't no gray area, really. You got women who for the streets. You have women who are for the house. Neither the two shall meet, because from the streets thou cometh, and to the streets thou shalt return. I was gonna make that a meme and then put it like on Facebook. I said, man, they probably banned me or something, you know what I mean? But I'll say it here on this YouTube page. From the streets thou cometh, and to the streets thou shalt return. That's what I've been thinking about, like this whole soft girl era. You got these tattooed women with triple digit body counts talking about they want to be taken care of, or they tired of working, and why who told me I had to be strong and independent? But I'm gonna tell you what my opinion of this is. Basically, it's the okie doke. It's basically they trying to manipulate men instead of being a-holes. And I had couple women recently be friends, like, hi, how you doing? And you strike up conversation. So basically you got women trying to hustle a different way. That's all it really is. They can't, it's very difficult for a woman to go from like basically competing with a streetwalker for body count to like being like, okay, now I'm going to settle down and be with a wife now. Like, it's very difficult because she ain't raised to be in the house. She raised to be in the streets. She's going to be missing all these different dudes she been running into, all these different simps and tricks that she been breaking. She going to miss all this attention she getting from all these dudes. If she be with a man, he going to provide, like, yo, you got to do this. Actually, he going to provide some kind of structure. And she want chaos. So those two, chaos and structure, neither the two shall mix, like oil and water. So this soft girl era is just a chameleon okey doke. You know what I mean? It's going to still work on some simps, but I'm just telling the brothers, like, these women, like, they not, like, they do stupid stuff, but they not, when it comes to opportunity, they opportunists. And when they know they can spit all this independent, I don't need no man, INDE, all that bull crap. But everything they get and ever have gotten is because a man gave it to them. Even their very safety is because men allow it, right? So, and the attention comes from men. It's just all like an illusion, man. This whole thing of her being independent, that was even pimped to her from even a Willie Lynch letter to talk about making her independent. So, and even in the 60s, They always promote what? Strong and what? Independent. Those two words. Those are, when I hear a woman say I'm independent, that's not a turn on for me. If you tell me you're independent, all right, you make your own money, that's cool, but are you still feminine? You don't have to, we all supposed to support ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, like, shouldn't get brownie points. But that label of independent or that label of strong, those are horrible labels, because a woman's supposed to be soft, not strong. She's supposed to be a dependent, not independent. Nothing wrong with her being a dependent as long as she's feminine. You know what I mean? But when I see the soft girl era, none of them really are talking about being wives, and none of them are talking about building families and loving their children. It's all about how she can eat off of his resources and go about getting his resources softly, more softly than what she's been doing. Because what she's been doing is being a ball buster, loud, assertive, aggressive, mean. So now they're like, you know what? I can still manipulate this sucker, this simp, but I can do it nicely. That's all it is. It's the chameleon okie doke, bro. So I'm telling you, bro, when I look at this, don't fall for it, man. And I'm watching some of these chicks have breakdowns talking about they don't want to work no more. I'm like, man, look, man, even a virtuous woman in Proverbs 31, man, this type of woman, she out there working with her hands. She doing this. She building business or helping her husband build business. She is a trophy, and she is the man's trophy. See, you got a trophy. If you got a woman, you got a trophy. You either got a house trophy or you got a street trophy. Trophy mean like the glory, like you say that, trophy wife. So the man is the glory of the Most High. The woman is the glory or the trophy of the man. So here, so it's saying in the book of Proverbs that, okay, the dude, the husband, is praised. In other words, people be like, man, you got a good woman, you got a good wife, man. She go for you, she do this, man. She carry herself with class. You got a good one, man. You got a good one, right? So that's a trophy or a woman. Ain't nothing wrong. A woman is a trophy. Because you're going to get a woman, she's going to build you up or she's going to break you down. So you want a woman that's down for you. Proverbs 31 is a ride or die chick. When she out and about, she ain't flirting with other dudes. She ain't hugged up with other dudes. She ain't got male friends. Nah. She got class. She discreet. She working to build up the freaking family. And then by doing so, she is looked upon by other men and then he's looked up, the husband, like, man, everybody like, yo, you got a good woman, man. Yeah, that's cool. Because you can take the temperature of a man based on how his woman carry herself. If your woman is all flirtations and other dudes' faces, you got a trophy unto the streets, right? And that will break down a man's glory, break down a man's reputation. Man, look, come on, bro. That's why I say money don't equal game. Fame don't equal game. Game is the understanding, wisdom about women. Well, anything actually. Now you can say you understand the game of football, the game of baseball, right? You have the wisdom in of all of the going ins and outs of that particular situation. Now, the situation of women is wisdom and understanding what they are, and then, but also it's not just wisdom, but it's combined with discipline. So game equals wisdom plus discipline. You know what I mean? You can have wisdom about these females, but are you disciplined in dealing with them? Self-control. Those two things I say is game. Game is highly necessary. And that, people say, well, that's my definition of game. You know what I mean? Other people say, it's about spitting certain, pickup lines that are used 3 or 4, or, you know what I mean? It's about all this and that. That's not my definition of game. My definition of game is wisdom about these females and discipline and applying the wisdom to dealing with these females. Then you have more power. You know what I mean? So just, but this soft girl era stuff. So what I'm giving you is wisdom on or I'm giving you game, wisdom, and knowledge on these women when it comes to soft girl era stuff, it ain't really genuine, bro. It's like, it's a hustle. You know what I mean? They have been able to basically be rude to men and still get what they want. And the majority of these women still gonna be rude. You know what I mean? But it's easy. That's more of a dangerous kind of a game, to be friendly and soft and get what you want and manipulate men, as opposed to being with your average American man, woman. What they call it? Uh, what they call it? The face that the women have, being cold, female face, something like that. Like when she look at you and stare through, like, oh my God, the 1,000-yard stare, something like that. But basically, being rude and stuff. That's basically because they have super ultra abundance of choice and a bunch of simps approaching them daily, thus online and in regular life. Therefore, they kind of like detest men because they're always approached by them. So, you know, you get arrogant. So that's what American women are. They're very arrogant. And so now they like, you know what, let's do this a different way. Let's, you know, let's flip it. Let's do the chameleon effect. And let's just act like we feminine. We still go get better results. We don't act feminine. And so I'm looking, I'm like, all these women that I watch these videos, they talking about, I'm tired of working. I don't want to be independent, y'all. I don't want to. Who told us that this independent stuff was good? This ain't good for us, y'all. Right? So they're not saying that they want to be wives and they want to sit on their butt and be taken care of by a simp who's going to be cashing them out, paying the bills, or at the same time, they ain't going to respect this simp because he cashing out and because he paying the bills and because he's a solid dude. She ain't attracted to him now and she ain't going to be attracted to him then. She like who she like and she don't like the simp. But the soft girl era is the okie doke to basically be more cunning, be more like a snake like. You know what I mean? That's all. When I look at that, man, the women. Now hold up, you got women who are actually against feminism, who are speaking out about it and stuff. I don't trust them either. But because it's been so many decades, half a century of women, like I say, you got women for the streets and women for the house. And you got women, but the point is, recently these women been like meshed together where you cannot distinguish where the decent one's at. Right? Because you got, like I said, how can you, that's the problem, is you cannot distinguish who is a decent woman and who is a, you know, for the streets, because they do not separate themselves. And many of the women who are for the house, they need to separate, they should have been separated themselves and vocalize their disdain for the kind of street behavior. Like I say, what to say, the righteous woman is an abomination to the the whore, basically. So, you know, they can't be friends. They ain't supposed to be friends. But the problem is that in this society and stuff, you can't distinguish, and they be friends with, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you kind of like are who you associate with. And if you hang with women who's 304s, but maybe you ain't as a woman, well, how can a man distinguish between the two? And it's been so many years that there's been this blurred gray area of women. You got women with, like, you know, people, you got women who are carrying themselves as regular chicks, but they got triple digit body counts. Literally, man. I seen that video with that white chick, regular, just decent looking white chick. And she said she had sex with a man per day, like in the last 6 months, something like that. That's 180 days. She said it was about 180 dudes that she laid with, bro, in 6 months. 6 months, bro. But you would look at her as a regular cookie cutter, regular white chick. But then it's like, it's too much of this mix. It's no separation. And then so now, so like everything that I hear, oh, we soft girl era, or this is that's complete chameleon cap. But women against feminism, like, all right, yeah, okay, I'll believe it when I see it, right? Right, because there's so many benefits to the woman in the society to be a feminist, to be lewd, to be a 304. And how can I trust that you are? Why would you give up these benefits is what I'm saying, basically. Why would she not be a 304 when everything is set up and laid down for her to benefit? She got the simps. She got the legal system on her side. She got a myriad of co-signing 304 sisters, cousins, aunties, and grandmothers and mothers, all, and, all co-signing her whoredom, right? And her streetdom, right? So, like, what's the motivation to have her, to force her not to be for, for the streets? My point is that it's difficult to differentiate between the two, and there's been no real that I've seen. I mean, yeah, you got some sisters over here and all that, maybe in the truth, okay, yeah, over here in the corner or something. But I was like, man, that's like 100%. I wonder what the percentage was. It's all right, this percentage is thing, right? How can you do it though? Because the good ones don't separate themselves. You got like older sisters like Sister Shahrazad Ali, and people like Pearl, and people that but you can't believe them because they women. So, and then we had it's like, yeah, they vocalize in certain things, and yeah, all right, but then it's, number one, it's been like so many years of this mixed, blurred, decent women being friends with 304s. And then, so much, it's not been no distinct line, right? And then a lot of the women who are decent, they're already married. They already got a dude, right? So it's like, what is the percentage of, I'm curious about this, man. What percentage of American women is for the streets versus marriage material? That's a quiz right there, boy. Because I'm curious, man, quite honestly. I'm like, man, how many, what's the percentages? You know what I mean? What's the percentage rate? But I'm sure that it ain't, I'm pretty sure, because this is the mother of harlots right here in America, man. Like I said, man, in dress and apparel, see how a woman is her main asset is her physical appearance, her beauty. And her appearance, this is what attracts us as men primarily. Yeah, we get into her personality, all that stuff. Yes. But primarily, if she's fat, I kind of don't even want to, get into her personality for the most part. Because if she is overweight, that tells me something already about her personality. Because you don't have discipline. You know what I mean? You don't have discipline to hit the gym or discipline to eat less carbs. You undisciplined, and this is your main asset, which is your physical body as a woman. And you are undisciplined in this. So that tells me already right there, if you out of shape. As a woman, like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Because, like, this one chick hit me up on a dating site. She about 22 years old, but she was overweight. She all right looking in the face, but no, she was cute in the face. But point is, you overweight. And you 22, that means this is your best years. And you 50 pounds overweight in your best years. This is the best you ever gonna look. Ever. This is the youngest you ever gonna be. And you fat. Now, hold on. Let me make these, this ain't violence against fat people. I'm talking about my experience and my perspective. Now, they always got these, you're fat shaming. These idiot one-liners, you know what I mean? But my point is, yeah, she's, 18 to 25 is her prime. And in her prime, she overweight, 50 pounds overweight. And you hit me up. Nah, I'm going to look at a 22-year-old that's skinny. Why? Because she look healthy. If this is the best you ever going to be and this is your prime and you don't even care enough to improve yourself, that says a lot. So like I said, woman, their appearance says a lot. And what, how she carry herself, you do judge her. You do go by this. If she carrying herself with, tight uh, camel toe showing, yoga pants, and you know what I mean, and you wearing all this prostitute clothes. Now how and I've seen a woman who said she was a virgin, but she dressed like for streets. So I'm like, okay, yeah, or you must be an American version of a virgin, because I'm like, okay, and what was this? I think she was Middle Eastern, so they be like, well, I ain't gonna say all of what they, but basically they might not do, let dudes go in her, in her womb, but she probably did some stuff with some dudes. Is what I'm saying. But then, well, hey, no, I'm still a V. You ain't no word. You done did some stuff. But what I'm saying, because I heard of that locally, it's a big thing for them to stay a technical V virgin, but not be penetrated. You know what I mean? But then they be doing other stuff. Is what I'm saying. I ain't saying all of it, of course, but what I'm saying is I heard that years ago from personal experience, kind of thing. So my point is, but okay, so how you see her appearance is the main thing that we look at. That's why the attire of a harlot, the clothing of 304. There's certain clothing that 304 is wearing. There's certain clothing that women are more conservative wearing. Neither the two shall meet, except in good old Western society. And you got women, hey, why is a man looking at me and he's creepy? He's creepy, right? So she could walk down the street with some tight 304 clothes, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, this guy's creepy. Oh, he's creepy. He's creepy. It's cringe." Like, dude, you dress naked. Your breasts are showing, your butt crack is showing, your low back tattoo is showing. You got camel toe, tight yoga shorts on. Yes, he looking, cause you naked. Like, man, like what? Oh, he's sexually harassing me. Like, you sexually harassing him because you put your body parts in this dude's face, and he's supposed to have super ultra self control and not look at it. Don't look over here. But she dressed like that to get attention, which is currency for men. You see what I mean? It's all confused and stupid. So the whole soft girl era and the whole women against feminism, I look at it as all just a survival mechanism. Number one, she don't want to work. She want to do her thing. And she want to be doing it softly. She want to manipulate these dudes, these simps, softly, right? She want to work her game softly as opposed to being brash and all of this. And it probably will work. It will work more for simps. Oh, she's nice. She's friendly. Who don't like a friendly, cool chick? But American women have a personality of being brash, arrogant, ball busting, right? So the soft girl era, I'm just telling y'all brothers what it's probably is. It's a survival mechanism. They see the collapse of America, all these wars. Look, man, they are very tuned into men. They know how to manipulate men and other kind of men they can't manipulate. You know what I mean? They survival depends on their ability to manipulate men to either protect them or provide for them. Again, their survival depends on this and always has. Or either society that men built to protect them and provide for them. Without men, that was what was that? It was a reality show, kind of like where they was on this island. I forgot the name of the other show, but it was called Bear Grylls Island, and they had these dudes on one island, they had the women on the other island, kind of like Survivor or whatever. And they were the goal was to they had to survive. The men and the women had to survive separately. And then the women was, I think it was on one side of the island or something like that. I don't know if it was two separate islands. I'm not sure. But the point is, the men, after a period of time, they had running water and the different necessities that they needed for life. And then the women were like getting rained on and drenched. And, I don't know how it couldn't keep the fire going. I don't know how we're going to survive, See what I'm saying? When all of the hookups, societal hookups, and all that, and you out there, you must find a way to survive. Men are used to adversity, losing, difficulty. obstacles, overcoming things, right? We kind of like start out at the bottom, and the leverage we can use is our father's experiences and other men's experiences to help boost us up a level so that we won't start behind the eight ball and stuff. But as like a woman, it's like she can't really survive alone. She need a group of females, and she need males giving her attention and validation. She need men to protect her. She need men to give her money and all this kind of stuff. Even when she independent, is she really independent? I mean, a real independent woman be like Oprah or something. You know what I mean? That's not she independent. You know what I mean? But your average female, she miserable out here. You know what I mean? She got a whole bunch of simple dudes. Man, she got a whole bunch of simple dudes who are utilities to her, but she despises those dudes because they are utilities to her. You see what I mean? So she has the perspective of like a spoiled brat who got everything. That's just like a spoiled brat kid who has everything. Like, yeah, growing up, we had a dude he had all the nice shoes. You know what I mean? The Neo Geo, when it came, it was a video game system for you, younger generation. Neo Geo, it was like $500-$600. I ain't never had no Neo Geo. I think I had a TurboGrafx 16, Super Nintendo, NES. I had all this. What didn't I have? I had Super Nintendo. Let me see. Most of the major system places growing up and stuff. But then you have somebody who had all the games, right? So, but it was spoiled, and he had all the games. So I was like, man, he always had all the games. New Jordans, you know what I mean? Yeah, everything, man. Because he was like the only child, right? So he had everything. But, it is what it is. But that's how the woman is in America, man. She's a spoiled brat, which is why she has this arrogant attitude, which is why she despises simps, because she's spoiled by simps. She got so much. Her problem is not being with a man she actually respects because she's super ultra spoiled with overabundance. You see what I mean? And these men is broken down by the society and kind of like socially forced, formatted for her. You got to have Jezebel. She got to have a simp, Ahab. You can't have one without the other. She has to be supported by the simp. Well, at the same time, calling herself strong and independent, you know what I mean? But, that's how I look at it, man. The whole soft girl era is just basically women trying, the women against feminism. Yeah, some women against feminism, but reality, where y'all been all this time, right? Where y'all been? What they call it, the trad cons, the traditional conservative women. Okay, I mean, when I look at this whole thing in America, when it comes to women, it's a choice for them to be, now I want, after being on the carousel in the last 6 months, she's obtained 160 bodies, a body a day. Okay, after that, and now she can flip, you understand me, and be a soft girl era. Oh, I want to be a wife now. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of she is too overflooded with an abundance of choice. Being a decent, the problem is that we ain't got a system of shame that put these women in check. We ain't got a system of shame. We ain't got no, it's glorifying 304 prostitute behavior. So in this kind of setup, everything she say is cap, because there ain't no force in place to make her be in pocket, to make her be a feminine woman. See, they have chick in the Philippines or these other countries, they are forced situationally to be in shape. Why? Because of competition. Number two, they are forced to link in with a man. Why? Because there ain't no system of handouts and benefits like it is in America. You know what I mean? And where men are men are extorted, their finances extorted, their lives ruined, their children taken. This is the legal setup of America. So because, and like I said, women are primarily the same. So the same woman in the Philippines, feminine. Oh, okay, I love you a long time. Okay. The same woman, in Eastern Europe or whatever. Oh, yes, yeah. Or the same woman in whatever country, Brazil, whatever. You give her all these benefits. You give her the system, and you put her, basically you pick her up and put her in America. It's the same exact situation. Very, very few women are not going to take advantage of all of the things that have been the benefits, that feminist benefits that have been laid down here in America. So that's the main thing. There ain't no system in place to so what I'm saying, they can always flip. I want to be a good girl now. Oh, I want to be for the streets now. Oh, I want to be for the house now. Oh, I want to be a wife now. Oh, I want to be a soft girl. Oh, I'm against feminism. But there shouldn't even be a system that supports feminism. It shouldn't be a system that supports women riding a carousel and devastating men's finances and destroying the families. There shouldn't be no system in place that finances this. But there is. You understand? So because the system is in place that socializes men to be simps and weak, because there's a system in place that even if you do it the quote right way and marry a woman legally, hey, you do it the right way, get all these streets and make a good woman out of her, and you marry this woman, even if she's a virgin when you marry her, okay, that don't mean, what I'm saying is, it's still, even if you marry a woman who grew up in the church and all of this, and she's still a virgin and all of this, the bottom line is when this thing is over, there's still a system in place that can strip this man of 50% or more of everything he's ever earned in his entire life. And there's also a system of reward if she decides to be a 304. You look at that one chick, Tia Mari or whatever, married to a dude with all his money, right? Another actor or whatever. So she leaves her husband, and by her own words, he was a decent dude, so she leaves him anyways, and decided to go out here and run the streets. Then she complained, oh, it's difficult out here. Should have stayed with your man. But guess what? She got a big support system. Now some people going against her, sure, but they ain't really going against her like that, you know what I mean? And this is a decent dude, multi-millionaire, 6 feet, 6 figures, fame, fortune. But you can't, you know what I mean? Your woman is for the house or she for the streets, cuz. And that's basically what it is. And the point is, the problem is that the woman in this society continuously get the opportunity to flip back and forth like a teeter-totter with zero repercussions. There ain't no legal ramifications. There ain't no social shaming or ramifications. She can always just flip back. So because this system is in place, because she can always flip back and ain't no legal, physical, or social ramifications for her teeter-totter. I want to be a soft girl. Oh, I want to be a feminist. Oh, I want to be in the house. Oh, I want to get a body a day. Because there ain't no social punishments for these women or legal punishments, they're going to keep doing it. And because there are not no punishments for this behavior, me and you as men cannot take anything they say seriously. Because she can always flip and go back to the system. I don't trust women anyways, because I know too much about them. Yeah, I've stopped that a long time ago. Once you start studying these broads, and you be like, oh, okay, yeah. Even a woman in the Philippines, because we always go, talking about the Philippines or whatever, because they known as what? In shape, good looking, have to compete way more of them than there are men. Even them women, I don't trust them. I don't say, oh yeah, she's she'll never leave me. Man, you're an idiot if you believe this. The fact, if you, even a woman, let's say a dude make, decent money, he go to the Philippines. And if I seen this one, reason I'm saying this, because I seen this video, this dude, he always used to talk about, black dude used to always tell me, oh, my Filipino wife, she's so gorgeous and she's just so beautiful and she cook. He was all into his woman. And even though his dollar goes way, way further, and technically he's freaking rich over there, As rich is kind of like, a state of mind, if you will. And it's kind of situational too. A person who got 300,000 in his bank account might say, "Man, I'm broke," but another person said, "Make it 300,000." You know what I mean? And you in another country, you super leveled up. So what I'm saying is, when a woman feels that you all super into this chick, she don't respect the man no more. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. So like, even if you in another culture and you giving this woman all this shine, and you still all into her, her nature gonna be like, yo, I don't respect this dude. Why? Because he is into me, right? So anyways, I don't trust women, period, but I definitely super don't trust them, because the system of America, the legal system, the social system, promotes everything that could be negative in a woman. It promotes and really co-signs that the woman does these things. So because of all of this, how can you really take her seriously? How can you really take any of this soft girl era and women against feminism? Where you been all these years? Where's been the big group of conservative chicks? Now they seeing the stuff hitting the fan. Now they popping up on, oh yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't trust them, but it's cool to hear women repeat male talking points. That's pretty cool. So they get more followings because they're women. You know what I mean? Saying the same exact stuff I say, right? But it is coming out of a woman's mouth, and this is a matriarchy, so it gets more shine. Plus, she's a female. You know, they're gonna give her more shine. You know, that's cool. I just don't trust I don't trust the women. Even if they speaking the same words I say, I'm like, okay, yeah, but you still a woman. And the system backs you up. So if, let's say, for example, a chick that's really adamant about going, like, male feminism, like going against feminism, then, man, excuse the background, stupid dog over here. But yeah, man, going against feminism and stuff, how you gonna trust her? Because it's a whole system in place to guarantee that even if she get off of the supporting men train and jump back on the feminist 304 train, then there'll be there's the system there to support her. So it ain't never absolute. It's no system to force women in pocket, force them in place, force them to be feminine. The system in the Philippines and stuff is set up for the man to be in the power position. So therefore, you can trust the situation a little bit more, but I wouldn't trust the women. You trust the system more because it's set up. You trust the system in Dubai or something like that to keep the women in pocket. You don't trust just because her choice. You know what I mean? Oh, she's a good woman. Now she's choosing to be for a family and not for the streets. Like, you can't take that seriously. Anyways, brothers, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to. And if you want to donate to the channel, go ahead and do that using the Cash App in the description. Soft girl era, women against feminism. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll buy that for $1. You know what I mean? Anyways, brothers, peace.